Captain's log. Exploration of the island is going well. Aura through the circumference of the forest, yet she tells me that some magical force will not allow her old bones to fly any further in than the beach. What's more, the sand here itself appears to be made of bone meal. No wonder the trees and plants here grow so big and strong. We have had to cut our way through the undergrowth. However, we came upon a path. It led us to our first dangerous encounter on the island. A big old slime thing. But with many sweet rolls, and not the kind from Skyrim, and not the kind with dice, we managed to dispatch it. We rest now, and I personally am going to use this downtime to listen to this, the latest episode of Ocean Madness, a Let's Try Roleplay community theatre production. So, as you all take you guys set up sort of like a makeshift camp in the area. It's not like a proper camp, but you just kind of maybe over in one of the corners of the clearing set up a little bit of a like little circle that you'll kind of chill in.
Yeah, I get some of the vines and make a sort of makeshift hammock.
All right, yeah, that works. You do that, and everyone once you've done that, everyone kind of gathers around you. You probably are regaled with retellings of bad community plays during the hour. But then Bill heats up a thing of rum that he has under a flame that he produces from his hand, and then he gives you all like a small cup of hot rum, or like mulled rum, that warms your bellies and makes you feel a little bit better, which is how I'm doing his Song of Rest thing that bards have.
Cool. So that's because we got an extra 6
Yeah, you got an extra 6 HP from him.
Sweet.
And I'll probably tell you some stories of my many sexual exploits and creatures I have slain. Some stories are one and the same.
And I rolled 5 hit die, and I'm now at 77 HP.
You're not doing terrible.
No, I'm not.
It's not great for a level 10 barbarian.
No, I'm doing all right now.
Cool.
I was doing worse.
Good.
That
So
look
after
of death that you just gave
after
them.
a short rest, so to speak, the captain will jump up and be like, "So, my loyal crew, we have taken a good long rest, or a short rest rather, and I'm feeling very much refreshed. Shall we continue onwards?"
That was 2 hours, right? Which gets rid of Connor's weird thing that happened to him as well.
That's just 1 hour.
You can take a 2-hour rest
A
if you
short
want.
rest can be 1 hour or more.
Yeah, up to 8. And when
So,
it hits 8, you become
Because we might as well just take a 2-hour rest to get rid of
you
that
can do.
fucking horrible thing that happened.
Does
to you.
that get another? What would the benefits of doing 2 rather than 1 be?
Doing 2, you would no longer have the -4 to everything you do.
Yes, because of the fucking blood
the
brain
crit.
thing.
Forgot about
The
that.
brain blood, the brain fluid.
Oh yeah. During the short rest, Flowers will come over to you and be like, "Tusker, look at my hand for one moment."
Okay.
He slaps you in the side. of
And
the
he
head.
just like, as you're distracted, he grabs the dagger that's still embedded in the side of your head and yanks it out, and he's just like, "Much better." And then slaps his hand onto it, and he's just like, "Put pressure onto here for a bit."
I'd make an elephant trunk noise, like a. Yeah.
I like the idea that he slaps you in the side of the head and there's now a plaster there.
Oh, it's just some goo.
Oh, it's just a leaf. Like he just like slaps a leaf and just said, "That will stop the bleeding."
The leaf just turns slowly red and
Yeah.
then just like.
Falls off.
Okay, cool.
I can't believe it.
I forgot about my -4 to everything.
That's
So did
why I'm
I,
here.
almost. So, but yeah, you took a 2-hour rest, and then as I said, he jumps up, like, "Shall we get ready to go? It looks as though we should have gone the other way."
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
You and your
fuck.
fucking die.
Look, do
That's
not
what
judge
nearly
me.
happened to you.
To be fair, the die have fucked you twice.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
not give me those die.
Ah, no, those were a gift from one of my many lovers.
So, who would like to lead the way back?
I look at Bill.
There are no lovers.
You think that Bill can't pass the word on, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bill immediately messages into Aura's head. It's just like, he just told me that there's never been any lovers. I just wanted somebody else to suffer through this.
As he says that, unbeknownst to me, I look at Aura and give her a nice wink.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Probably worse. Because now we don't know where the burning
Do you know what the
came
worst
from.
thing about this is? In the character I have created, he is not only lying about the women he has slept with, he's also lying about the many STIs he's contracted.
Yeah, that's pretty horrific.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So the captain goes, "Who would like to lead the way back?"
I, of course, will lead the way.
Perfect. You are gunning for that next promotion.
I don't know why,
I'm
but
all
I
right.
very strongly believe in positive
it
reinforcement.
strongly drives my character.
Your promotion.
Bill, you need to step up, otherwise he's going to take your job.
Oh,
And I won't promote you at the same time. And Bill just kind of looks at him like, "Can you all give me an insight check?"
We're still... Wait,
Are we still-
short rest? Oh, no, it's only long rest that cures our...
Instead of long
So-
rests, yeah.
10.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I got a nat 20.
Hurts, done it. Hurts.
8. I got an 8.
Where's my insight? 16.
Cool. Aura, you can tell without him messaging you in the head that he's very strongly feigning, "Oh no, I'll get demoted."
I'm good. That's right, Bill. I'm
But yeah, the other two of you think he's very scared of getting demoted, and so does the captain.
Does that give me some sort of bonus against Bill?
I want to go up and give him like...
Contextually, sure.
give him,
Paul,
like, an
you think
encouraging-
it does?
I think it does.
Yeah, you
exactly.
think it does, yeah.
I get advantage, but I don't.
Go up and give him like an encouraging, like, you know, like a grandma, like rub
Mm-hmm.
on the shoulder, but a wink at the same time. Like, I know what you're playing at. I can see.
Do I
you."
see that wink?
That's what I was rolling to see if the captain does. You can see roll to see if you do.
What is it? Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Fuck's sake. 10 again.
17.
Cool. You see the wink, and the captain sees the wink.
I look at the captain and go,
There is definitely something going on between them.
We may have to keep them separate for a while if we don't want fraternization between the crew.
Why? Why would you mind the fraternization?
I do not know.
that sounded dangerously close to me coming onto him.
I don't know. A little bit of fraternization never hurt anyone.
Maybe that's how
You
you're
make
gonna
a
get
good
him.
point.
Maybe that's how you're gonna get him.
You
Oh,
are
in bed standing
definitely
up.
my kind of man.
Woohoo!
And he winks.
I will penetrate you one way or the other.
I cannot wait for it.
Oh shit.
And he says that like and he like flourishes a dagger and then puts it back into his.
I look
And
at
then you flourish your willy.
I look at you guys kind of like worrying me like I think I'm accidentally gonna be I think he's gonna be my first.
You may be promoted to senior cabin boy.
There's a name of the episode.
Sing your cabin boy. Beautiful.
But yes.
All I can think about is Roger the cabin boy, Seaman
Yep.
Stains and masturbate.
So you carry on back the other way. After a short while, you get back to the point at which you came into this sort of tunnel, and then you continue onwards. Could all you give me perception checks?
Oh, I just turned off my iPad so I didn't see my stats.
Natural 20.
Non-natural 20. Cool.
10.
10.
This disadvantage is fucking me.
No,
It's either a 6 or a 9.
is this one
Just
cool?
show it to me.
Is this one?
100% 6.
A 6.
Look at the dot.
But I don't know if it goes above or below.
The dot
leave
goes
the
on the
dot.
bottom.
It goes on the bottom.
Oh my god, is this the problem you've had? We could have fixed this on day one.
No, but the problem.
Always at the bottom!
The problem is I always forget which one.
This dice would fuck you. What's that number?
Oh fuck. 6? 9? I don't fucking know.
It's got no dot because the 6 is the one with the dot.
So wait, that,
Ah.
is there, was there a, that's a 6?
That is a fucking 6.
What, out of 10?
Cool, yeah.
Oh nice, I also got a 10.
So you got a non-natural 20, yeah?
Yeah.
So Tusker is at the back, and as you're kind of walking along, you hear a scurrying from behind you.
I've got nothing scurries. Nothing good scurries.
Nothing good scurries.
Is that lizards?
But yeah,
I
you,
just
Nothing good
I
scurries.
stop and like look behind me.
you,
see what
you
it
don't
was.
see anything behind you.
No, I just continue.
Cool. You
Don't
continue on.
tell any of us.
As you continue on, occasionally you'll hear a scurrying and then maybe like very, very faint whisper, and you can't quite tell what it is. It's from behind you, but every time you turn around, there's nothing there.
It's pretty neat that the only one that can hear this is the guy with the big ears.
Mm.
Do you have like pirate earrings and stuff in there?
Oh yeah, like loads of them.
But they're like the size of bracelets for other people.
That's fucking
That's cool though.
sick.
That's really cool.
Like the kind
And
of
all of it along his trunk as well.
are they like the rings you collect in
Just
Raven?
like 20 nose rings.
Are they like the rings you collect in Raven?
yeah.
Yeah, like them.
And he's got a trunk piercing.
Oh, like a bullhorn one.
Yeah.
A bull nose.
except-
One.
At the end, or like all along the length? Like,
No, like at the end.
I was imagining like studs all the way along the
Either
head.
side. That's
But I was
like,
thinking, in order to put the inside bit of the stud in, you'd have to go like shoulder deep inside his trunk.
that's pretty good. If you
Does a trunk have a septum that goes the whole
don't
way
know.
up?
all the way up, it's a septum.
The
bit in the
middle.
nose septum.
Oh, like the split bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I call them septum piercings, and people get like the bull ring
I just call
ones.
them a bull ring. like a. Oh no, that's the bit that breaks if you do cocaine. What's her face? That
Oh.
celebrity's got a broken one. All of
Sure.
them, but
Oh no, yeah, it does not like wear away.
because she was at the royal wedding for Kate and William. Kate and Harry, the one that no one knew about. Kate and William or some shit, and then she had like a fucking broken nose. It looks like that because it collapsed. I don't know. She had a really weird moon hat on.
Oh, it collapsed. Her nose collapsed because
I assume.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it collapsed because she's not got that middle bit anymore.
fuck. Kids,
know
don't
the
do cocaine.
The middle nose. Don't do cocaine.
Don't do cocaine.
Finally, something on this fucking podcast that we can say.
Finally, somebody has said it. Don't do cocaine.
Don't do cocaine.
So yeah, you occasionally hear this scurrying from behind you, and you don't seem to be doing any real reaction to it.
I mean, what can I do every time I look around? I can't
Nothing
see it.
there
I mean,
every time.
Yeah.
But after a short while, you stop hearing it. After maybe like 10 minutes later.
Okay.
But as you're going along, the brush...
Is it a case of that you can hear scurrying in your head, can't see anything? None of us seem to be able to hear it, and if you say you can hear it, you're worried that someone will declare you have the ocean madness.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's a good canonical reason.
Yeah. As you're going along, you're being regaled by the very loud retelling of the second act of the community play of Captain Jack Falcon. In this one,
Captain Jack Falcon, of his story.
of his story, yeah,
By Captain Orlando
by
Flowers.
Captain Orlando Flowers.
Was this the deceased woman's vault?
Yes, it was. It was in which he encounters the King of the Sea.
The second act, also known as
Queen
Dead
of-
Man's Breasts.
The Queen of the Sea, Dorothy Jenkins, who wants her ship back, but Jack Falcon will not give that ship back. Oh, that scoundrel. But you're being regaled with a bad retelling with multiple sort of like, oh wait, no, this is what actually happened. I forgot that was I wanted to happen, but then this happened. Oh no, but wait, the actor for this was fantastic, had good beard.
Is it called deceased woman's trunk
That's it, this deceased woman's trunk.
rather than dead man's chest?
I
Yeah.
literally just said.
What do you mean, dead man's
I
chest?
said deceased woman's vault.
Yeah, it's deceased.
Oh.
It's deceased woman's vault, and
I
I
said
don't
dead
understand
man's
where you'd be
breast.
getting dead man's chest from, because this is a completely original idea.
So what you're saying is this story involves a lot of sort of telling what happened and then going back and changing what happened because
Yeah.
they realised something else happened.
Yeah.
So it was written by somebody on this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Um,
That's our jam. Wait, no.
but yes, after a short while, the growth becomes even thinner, and actually gets to the point of being a full path almost.
Okay.
But up ahead, you're able to see there's something up ahead and begins to go very, very steeply uphill. And you can tell that the passage gets wider, but as you get closer and closer, you can tell that there's actually seems to be some like a very distinct fork in the road. And in the middle of this fork, there's something that's just like, that's a cross. Huh. Oh no, it looks like there's a it looks like a very small human on a cross.
Oh god.
As you get closer, you can see that there's
Ah,
in the
Jesus
middle of this
Christ.
crossroad, there's a crucifix on which a very small, very like muddy skinned, like covered in like dirt and probably its own feces. Humanoid. That's very probably about 3.5 feet tall. Head hanging limp. As he's crucified in the middle of this path.
So you say humanoid.
Humanoid.
So not fully human, but
Almost like a monkey, but not a monkey.
Right.
So like the missing link sort of stuff.
Kind of Missing Link-esque, yeah.
Well, like Anne Robinson.
What the fuck? No, I just realized, I thought you were
That's
implying
the
that-
weakest link, you
Oh,
fuck.
sorry.
you are the weakest
I thought
link.
you were implying
Goodbye.
Anna Robinson
You are
was
the
some
missing
sort of
link.
mutant.
Extinct.
Yeah, you're right. That is the weakest link.
That
My
is the
bad.
weakest link. Fuck.
How weak does this link look?
Pretty weak.
Right, fuck, like Anna Robinson.
Is it dead?
It doesn't seem to be moving at all.
Can I do a medicine check and see if it's alive?
You'd have to go up and touch it.
I will touch it.
You go up and touch it. You are at the front, so you're the first person to come
Use
across
that
this.
sword. It's always great when you.
That's 7 on the medicine check.
So you go up and touch it. You go to kind of shake its shoulder, and just as you touch its shoulder, its head flips up and looks you in the eyes and goes, "Nyah."
But I got 7.
I'm pretty sure it's dead.
I'm pretty sure that it was dead, but now, with your healing touch, it is back alive.
Very good.
I did not know you were also a cleric.
A double.
Fantastic and lovely to have another man of the
Please
cloth.
don't promote me to ship doctor.
Oh, you are, a good candidate for ship doctor.
Fuck.
But at the moment I fulfill that role. Maybe when I become admiral and have multiple boats, you will have.
So he's captain and ship doctor.
Currently captain and ship doctor.
Oh, right, okay.
When I promote myself, you will get a promotion to ship doctor too. Doubles the pay.
And possibly a captain?
Maybe. If you beat Bill, which at the moment you are, although he is a higher rank of you.
We will see.
But yes, anyway, back to this weird creature being crucified. What are you, creature? Nemo.
He's Nemo.
We found him!
Do we just?
Nemo. Nemo.
Can I speak his language?
Nemo.
Can any of us speak his language?
Nope.
What language is it? Do we
Nemo.
know?
Nemo.
Were you dead?
Nemo.
I think. And you said there's a fork in the path. Mm-hmm. Can we just walk one way?
Nemo.
Or
Nemo. It shakes its head very, very violently. Nemo.
Can
Do
we
we-
take you off?
Nemo. It
Yes.
nods his head.
If we take you off, will you attack us?
So he understands us, it would appear.
No.
do you?
You had to think about that then.
Do you know what's going on here in this island? Do you know which way to go? To where? I can't answer that.
Is the Kraken here? Yes.
Is he a
my.
good lad?
It's all one word.
Do you serve the Kraken?
Why are you
Does anybody serve the Kraken here?
Yes.
Are they the ones that crucified you?
Are you local here?
Are you highly...
And he goes, I'm going to get you guys to kind of translate what it looks like he's going. He's like,
Oh, so he was flown over in some way, or like dropped here, or like from somewhere else.
What I interpreted that was Henry just twitching.
He looked down at his crotch and I didn't want to interpret it anymore.
would you perhaps be proficient in Kraken slaying?
Do you know like anything about it that could help us slay the Kraken?
Okay.
What is your name? There we go.
Nebo.
Nemo or
Oh.
Nebo?
His name's Nemo. I cut Nemo down. I cut him down, and I cut him down, and I say,
Look, maybe perhaps you will remember this the day you were saved by Capitan Jack. Money? Perhaps you have heard of me? Shit.
Is this okay to let you down?
We'll let him down lightly.
Is there things here that are the same as you?
Can they help us?
He's cut down by this point, by the way.
Yeah.
Do they like you?
He tears the nails out of both of his wrists that were keeping him up
Wow,
and throws them to the
badass.
ground.
Okay, cool. I give him a knife. It comes with two purposes. One, he might be able to help us, and two, it'll look less likely to the authorities that he wasn't armed when we killed him. I'm basically planting a weapon ahead of the crime.
Do you, the other people like you? Do they like you? Or
And he kind of like shakes his head towards the crucifix he was on. He goes,
they did this?
And
Do they follow the Kraken?
Why do? Oh, yeah. I don't understand if you answer that.
Did
question.
you rebel?
Why did you rebel? You cannot answer this.
You fell asleep on your shift?
I see you respect the ways of capitalism. Okay.
What?
I'm picking it up.
Is there anyone you can go to who can help you? Would they help us?
You will help us kill the Kraken?
Okay, fantastic. Cool. We're taking him with him. He will steal our ship.
Is there anyone else who can help? Okay, Nebo. Shall we go? Okay.
He points up. He points up one of the right way.
Okay.
And you assume it's the right way. And begins kind of marching up there with his arms at his side, and occasionally he'll turn around and be like, wave you on. Up.
Do we want to help his hands at all? Are you in pain? Oh, fine. You're dead.
Right, so the listeners who can't see this wonderful fucking enactment, Henry just put his hand to his head like a gun, fired it.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
Prayed.
Prayed.
And then
Revived.
Revived. So he died and came back.
Yeah.
And now he can't feel pain.
Yeah.
I see.
Fuck. He's
Can
cool.
you die again?
I see it is like in Santa Clarita Diet.
As you say that, the captain goes, I too have seen that fantastic play at my local community theatre. I only saw the first act though, so don't spoil the next 3, or however many there are. I heard that they weren't going to make the next ones.
I heard the man who plays the father is the same race as you, Tusker. His name is Timothy Elephant.
His name's Oliphant.
Yeah, his name's
Yeah.
Oliphant.
I'm sure there's a joke there to understand.
Yeah, there's a joke there to
For
understand.
those of that watch Clan
It's
Central.
a niche market.
I got the joke and I appreciate it.
I also
Thank
got
you
the
very
joke and I
much.
appreciated it.
Hell yes.
You're fucking left out then, aren't you?
It's
Con?
your fucking race, mate.
Yeah. I think you'd know these things.
No.
I felt racism on that one.
Do not worry, my friend. We will. Once we finish this, I will do a one-man rendition of the play.
I would fucking
Okay.
love to see you try and do that.
Shall we move on?
Let us move on. Follow the small creature.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just can't help it. Oh no, I have thrown up everywhere, and there is a small meaty ball.
That's quite good. Oh no, I believe I may be a zombie, and I ate the man that was trying to sex with me. Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers of the second episode.
And
of
then you
Santa
can play
Clarita.
the daughter as like, oh no, we are in a won't they relationship which will maybe be dealt with in season 3. Yeah, right, we're done with this joke now, let's move on.
Yeah, you continue up this path following the small Nibor creature. And it eventually brings you up into a sort of once again it's a large clearing. You actually feel like as it takes quite a while for you to get there. And you've been going for quite a long time and you're reaching sort of like a plateau. and you come out into a wide open area with a few distinct parts to it. There's first of all a sort of brazier in the middle.
Okay.
And a large stone wall at the back.
Sorry, what's a brazier?
Like a fire pit, but made out of metal.
Kind of like what the Smiths in Skyrim have.
A little bit like that. I'll just get a photo. One of them.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. Like a round, sort of raised up fire pit made out of metal.
It's a bin that's on fire.
A little bit like a bin that's on fire, but supposed to be on fire, but it's not on fire.
No, but it's okay. It's out.
It's out, yeah. And however, there is some small remnants of
Still warm.
logs in there, not warm at all.
Okay.
And they don't seem to have been burnt at all. And on the back of the wall, there appears to be some sort of runes.
Do we recognise it?
What languages do you all speak?
This is my thing. So, I speak Common Aarakocra, funny enough. A language called Oran?
Oran is bird.
That's bird.
You can speak to birds.
You speak bird.
Yeah, we know that.
I think it is.
Twit, twit.
She should speak to Gary.
I know Common, Elephantine, and a language called One Other.
Yeah, I know one
You
X.
dickhead, you didn't choose another one.
I didn't either.
Fucking pick this one. I speak Common, Elvish, Orc, and Primordial.
How do you spell Oran? Because it's just coming up with a city in Algeria.
Auran.
Cool.
What other languages should I speak? Well,
Yeah, guess it now.
Let's go Celestial.
You want to speak Celestial?
No, I
I
know,
want
I
to
mean-
speak Celestial.
But I don't know if you can actually just choose any random
Oran
language.
is
No, you
the
can.
language of the elemental plane of air.
Celestial and Abyssal are on the list that it gives you when you choose. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I mean, what? I'm not gonna bullshit a language.
Well,
there'd
let me
be
know-
No
let me-
reason why I
let
would
me
speak that.
Know what I speak. I speak Common, Elvish, Orc, and Primordial. So
I imagine dwarves would often be sailors and. I'm trying to think of what.
Commonly, dwarfs are sailors in my world. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say
Dwarvish? That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think what I want to speak. I kind of want to be something a bit barmy, just because she's kind of an old wee coot who probably has lived a very weird
Like
life.
Abyssal. Or
Something a bit weird could be like halfling or gnomish.
Or Draconic.
Barbie was thinking Draconic.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so I've met those. They were lovely young chaps. They're big, but they're smithing.
When was the when was the Dragonborn War?
About 500 years ago.
Oh, okay, so we're not. Oh, right. I was thinking. Maybe
No,
it's already
about
just
300
happened.
years ago, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, it's not just happened.
Don't.
I was gonna say maybe he was
Hundreds
like
of years
hanging
ago.
around in the war on both sides, doing whatever you want.
I was kind of thinking Draconic because
It's a cool, weird one to know,
It's
especially
weird,
in this
but
world.
It's quite niche. That was also because I feel like she would have come across
They're in
in
the
some point.
southern kingdoms, the Dragonborn.
Far to the south.
Far to the south,
Yeah.
south of the empire.
The southern province of the empire almost borders with them, but there's kind of like a no man's land of unclaimed
demilitarised
territory.
zone.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's
Right.
kind of heavily militarized by barbarians and such, and just people that want to get away from the law.
It's the Outer Rim.
A little bit like the Outer Rim, yeah.
The Outer Rim.
The Outer Rim.
Yeah, I speak Common, Aarakocra, Oran, and Draconic.
Awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
So, and what
You don't
languages?
speak
So,
single
what?
fucking decent.
Just want to confirm, what languages does everybody speak?
We all speak Common. I speak Elephantine and Dwarvish.
Mm-hmm.
I speak Common, Aarakocra, Oran, and Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Common, Elvish, Orc, and Primordial.
Cool. So,
I don't know why I speak Primordial. I think it's just like my base one.
Primordial. Like what?
Oran is a form of primordial. Its elemental languages are primordial.
Oh, got you.
Do I speak all of them then?
So, no, you would speak
The water one.
the water one, which I think is Aquan.
Fuck, yes, so it is. That's right. Apparently
So-
sometimes when I talk, according to my character sheet, it sometimes sounds like I'm underwater.
No, that's just the French accent. So, the runes on the back of the wall, two of you can read them. They are written in a form of primordial. They say 2, 20, 2, comma, 40, comma, 3, comma, 40.
Right. Let me give that to me again.
2, comma, 20.
Comma
2,
comma
comma
20,
20,
comma 2, comma 40, comma 3, comma
40.
40.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
2, 22, 43, 40.
Do we have to roll them on a dice?
It's some sort of code.
Still not
Like,
got 2
show it to me.
guys.
And if they all so it's individual numbers all have commas after them.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a Bible?
No.
Is it words in the Bible?
No.
Is this just on like a wall?
It's just written on a wall.
Just written
Carved in pretty haphazardly.
Right. Is there a direction we need to go in? Is it like you walk 2 in that direction, 20 in another, 2 in another? No.
Potentially.
It doesn't give us a direction.
Is there anything else in this clearing?
The only other thing in the clearing is the
Brazier.
brazier. Not brazier, 'cause that's a bra. The brazier.
Can it show it to me?
If you do 20 claps, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I look at Nebo and I'm like,
Nebo.
I've written down this code that I have read off the wall. Can you read this off the wall? You have any idea what 2, 20, 2, 40, 3, 40. Wait, I got it wrong. I start again. 2, 20, 2, 40, 3, 40.
Hello, and welcome to the middle bit. It's just me this week, your boy Henry. James is now arrived in Australia, and Connor and Robin are still off on their travels around Middle and Eastern Europe. So, I don't know, if you're from around there, look out for them. Well, listen out for them, because you won't recognise their faces. Going to be a quick mid bit this week because I don't have a lot to talk about. Haven't really been doing much this week. A little bit of work, a little bit of relaxing. So yeah, as usual, charity shout outs. Gonna do a tiny change this week, but it's less of a what tiny change I've done, and it's more telling you to do one. So tiny changes aren't all about helping other people. They can be about helping yourself. So this week, do something nice for yourself. Go, I don't know, have a spa day, just have a chill day, just do something good for yourself. You deserve it, because you listen to us, therefore you're special. There's not a lot else I have to say, so I'm gonna leave it at that. We obviously have many SoMes, as the kids call them. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have an Instagram, which is where we're most active. All of them you will be able to find via just searching up Let's Try Roleplay, at Let's Try Roleplay, facebook.com I think / Let's Try Roleplay, all that kind of stuff. Our email is letstryroleplay@gmail.com. Send us an email with any fun things you want to send us. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Ocean Madness was a lot of fun. So, goodbye and love you.
You know what this means?
Have you ever been here before?
Nemo.
But have you noticed it before?
Nemo.
Has anybody done anything up here?
Nemo.
You?
Nemo.
No, here.
Nemo.
You?
Nemo.
Shot yourself. You died here.
Nemo.
Oh, I see.
At the hands of who?
Nemo.
Eating.
Nemo.
You starved to death.
Nemo.
Oh,
By
This
who? Why couldn't you eat?
Nemo.
There's
Nemo.
no food on the island.
Nemo.
You're obviously not a vegetarian.
Nemo.
Why can other people survive?
Nemo.
Nobody survives.
Nemo.
What species does he look like he is, sorry?
You can't really tell. He doesn't look like any species you've seen before.
Oh, he's the half monkey missing link
Yeah.
boy.
So
Okay.
you-
Sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Now you go.
I thought you said you were shot, young one.
Nemo.
He was using that to mean died.
To mean die, yeah. He used that to mean die.
Oh, got you. Go.
Captain. What was...
What? Yes, my Beautiful man.
What was the second word in that community play you saw?
The second word in the community play that I saw was tail.
What was the 20th word?
And
Tail and tail.
What was the 40th word?
cutlass.
Tail and tail cutlass.
What was the third?
Of.
So, this means tail. Shit.
Tail and tail.
Tail and tail cutlass of cutlass.
Can we?
Just gonna write it down just in case.
Can we roll an insight or a perception check to get some sort of clue?
I'll let you roll an insight check.
Insight check.
23.
Cool.
17.
Cool.
Fucking disadvantage on this, right? Insight, right?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Cool. You're kind of sitting there being like, tail and tail of... maybe it's a riddle? The captain's always like, I think it might be some sort of riddle. We should probably write it down multiple times. And in different... Maybe it's an anagram. I used to love doing anagrams as a child.
Okay.
You're kind of just there doing that. The other two of you have a look around, and...
Why? There's only fucking 5 words and we've used... 2 of them are used twice. It's not fucking anagram.
You are looking around, and essentially you're just like, right, what could this be? Then there are only 2 man-made things in the area, or things that look non-natural, and that is the carving and the brazier. So maybe it has something to do with the brazier.
Yes, go over to that's what I was thinking. Go over to the brazier. I'm going to say brazier, but just roll with it. I just can't keep
We'll call it a fire pit.
fire pit. That'll do.
I don't know, both get me hot.
Can I look into the fire pit?
Brazier is like a bra, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Got so worried now. You're like,
did.
wait, what is it?
You were just like, what did I just admit to?
I was receiving too much judgment. I was like, am I wrong?
No, it was just judgment because it's a fucking horrific thing to...
Look, I am just playing
Yeah, no,
character.
it's just like,
where's
oh.
my inspiration?
Yeah, you've already got one, don't you?
No, I used it.
Did you? Alright, have another one then.
Yay!
That's the only reason I haven't given you another one, because I thought you had one. So, the fire pit, it has some semi-burnt logs in it, and a little bit of ash at the bottom.
Do we have to burn? Do we have to burn 2 logs, then 20, then 2, then 40, then 3, then 40.
Bill, go get some logs!
So part of me does that.
Can anything move? Like, do any of the parts move on the...
Not you can
brazier?
see, no.
Is there
We need 107 logs.
is there numbers wrote anywhere on this?
There is not.
Oh, we're shit at this
Oh
one.
my god, this is the first time we've actually been given a puzzle.
Oh, we've done one before,
We've
we
got
did it super
numbers,
easy.
and we've
Like,
What was that one?
in, like sprockets or something.
I've got a fire pit that's got ash and some wood in it. We've got a certain numbers.
2, 20, 2, 40, 3, 40. The repetition must mean something.
I was going to say, is it word lengths, but what word is 40 words, letters long?
Oh, Perhaps it is a smoke signal thing.
Is there a blanket?
No, there's not.
It seems too long. But
I
it's
just like maybe it's like you build up the fire and then you release a 2-second burst of smoke, then a 20-second burst of smoke, then a 2-second burst of smoke.
Yeah, that's a bit shit.
I think that I
No.
think doing something 20 or 40 times seems much. So I don't think it's that. That's just a bit. It's something. It's something else.
Sacrifices.
I find 40 ants.
Ah, we might as well start with Bill.
I'm more.
I want to say Bill's like halfway through taking some rum and he fucking chokes.
It's like, Bill.
No, Bill, don't swallow your tongue.
He gives you fucking daggers and looks at his crossbow, looks at you and just like gives you a warning look.
Ah, he looks like he's got the eye of the ocean madness.
Yeah, you say that and he goes back. He looks at the captain quickly. The captain's just busy going like, 2, 20. Maybe.
Is he still going tail and tail?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Cutlass of cutlass.
Tail and tail, cutlass of cutlass.
Is that what it is?
That's what that says. It's not that because he had to
No,
think.
but it's something of. But
It's
it's
tail and
same
tail,
of
cutlass
same,
of cutlass.
Yeah, but okay, cool. But this are the words.
But
1,
it's
3, 4.
222. It's 2, 20, comma 2, comma 40, comma 3, comma 40. It's repeating two of the things. It's the 2s and the 40s are repeated.
Just staring at each other.
2 times 20 gives you 40.
I bet the listeners are listening and be like, "Oh my god, it's quite clearly this."
Can the fire pit? I was about to say brazier. Can the fire pit move?
Not if you try to move it, it seems to be somehow bolted to the ground.
Can I?
But there's wood and ash.
There is some wood in it, yeah.
Can you
Should
just
we-
light the wood?
Yeah,
for the time
just
being?
light the
How you
wood.
lighting the wood?
You've got a quiver of arrows.
Yeah, they're still active. I fire a fire. Wait, no, we did a short rest. I can't. Wait, it's a 3rd level spell slot.
Could we just go old school? Like,
Oh,
Matches and-
I don't.
What
re-
do you think fire
I
was
don't-
just grow on trees? The tree would burn down!
I don't really want to read.
That's so dumb. Oh my god.
So, in an explorer's pack, is there like
Yeah.
flint or something?
There would be flint and steel.
Cool. Can I try and light the fire?
Sure, can you give me a survival check, please?
I will also do the same. I haven't explored that.
dang.
I got a nat 1. Am I on fire?
I've got an explored pack.
I got
What am I
a
rolling?
10.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
Survival.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really going to use anyway. I got 4.
Cool. Tusker, you almost managed to get a. You actually start to get some embers going with some dry-ish leaves that you find, and you're like, okay, if I just do well with this, and then Jacques comes over and goes, "I know what to do," but
My accent.
in his accent.
Step aside.
Step aside, I can't do this, the rest of this. And he just comes over and he's like, "You need to give it oxygen." Just blows as hard as he can, blows the leaves into the air. It's like, you failed.
I try again.
You try again, and you can't seem to get anything to light.
Okay.
Fuck me. I still think we should just try
Are
that
there-
again.
Are the so the logs that have been burnt, are they like charcoaly?
No, they're like mid being burnt. You could you know for a fact that you could burn them more.
Okay. I can't just try again.
Right. Can I use shape water on the logs to just try and draw a bit of the moisture out of them into
Sure
a small
thing.
ball, make them extra dry,
Yeah.
making it
Okay.
giving someone advantage
Can
to
do.
try and light
Yep.
it.
Cool. I will
That's
give
really cool.
you advantage to try and light it again.
Who's got the highest survival? I've got +1.
I've got like I got quite a high one, but I've got disadvantage.
I've got yeah.
I've got plus 7.
disadvantage as
So that would
well.
have you as a normal roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you should do-
I'll just
yeah,
try it.
Go for it.
Fucking 10.
Yeah, the same again. It's not so much the logs that's the issue; it's the getting everything else started because all the leaves and stuff nearby are quite damp.
Yeah.
12.
You're having the same issue as well.
18.
You manage to get going a little bit, but then unfortunately the other two interfere and it doesn't quite work.
Shit. Can I go over to Bill?
Mm-hmm.
And be like,
You got flaming hands.
Oh, the fucking crab!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Took you fucking long enough. I've been like, I've just been sitting here like, if only they had something that could light a fire.
Right, if you're a listener and you've been screaming, "The fucking crowd!" like, randomly on the bus or something listening to this.
we hope that hasn't interfered too much with your day and caused you to get off the bus. So yeah,
Has something to do with it.
I'll hobble over to Bill and then be like, "Oh, I'm still mad at you," and then like hobble over to the
Oh, that was unnecessary.
and then,
Is that because you went up to him and realised about the crowd and thought, well, I've got to make something of this interaction?
pretty much, and then whip out the crab, point it away. I'll be like, "How you getting on?" Give it a wee pat.
It doesn't react.
I think it
How
does.
much are you going to have with this crab?
A lot, if I
Hello,
can.
crab. How are you?
I'm gonna pat it.
Whilst
and
you're
then,
doing this,
Tusker, would you like another beer?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
No, Connor's okay though. I've still got quite a lot of this beer.
Oh shit, I actually need one in real life. Keep going.
Excuse me, young sir, if you could get my ginger beer
yes.
somewhere, that would be fun. Oh,
Don't
you're
worry.
such a nice young man.
I
Your
wasn't really
parents,
adding anything to this anyway, so
your
go ahead.
parents must be so proud of what you've become. He's such a little
I'm
shit.
pretty sure beer has the ocean madness.
Okay, get the crab, turn it so the claws are facing away from me, pincers. Button, play.
So button closes the claws.
Yeah.
Second passes again. You press the button again, and the claws shoot a jet of flame. I'm assuming you're pointing it at the brazier.
Yeah.
Cool. A jet of flame covers the brazier, and the two logs begin to light. And as they begin to light, I'm going to wait till James gets back.
Did it work?
And as the two logs begin to light, they immediately catch fire, almost like too fast to think to how they should. There's immediately a roaring flame in this brazier, and sparks begin to fly off of it, but like a normal fire. But they don't go out, and they float outwards. And as sparks continue to fly off of this, you notice they begin to start making some sort of pattern, and they are making lines from the middle of the brazier outwards that reach so far and then stop. And these lines, there are many of them. There's about 60 going out from the brazier, all pointing from what basically 60 lines form around in a circle around this brazier.
Okay.
And each of them points from it about a meter long away from it, apart from 3, which are much longer than the others. So there's, how do I
So there's a
describe
circle of lines.
this? Yeah. So there's a circle of lines burning lines formed by the embers that shoot off of this fire.
Okay.
And do they
3 of
curve
which-
into the ground?
They do not. They go parallel to the ground, pointing about knee height.
Are they of
dir-
fire or of light?
They are of
Smoke?
Floating burning embers.
floating burning embers.
Okay. And how far do they go?
About a meter from the brazier,
And then
but
that's-
3 pointing at sort of like the thirds. Mm-hmm. See if it's a circle and cut it into thirds. The cuts are about 2 meters long each,
So they're slightly longer.
so they're slightly longer. Yeah.
Right, okay, so where's 0 or 1? If we... touch one.
It is hot and it like singes, but it's not too painful.
Okay.
I shout, reset!
Nothing
And then
happens.
I press C,
Nothing
like in
happens.
the keypad things.
Yeah.
So we've got 60 lines coming out, knee height, these embers, and we have 1, 2, 3. We have 6 numbers, presumably.
Right. In thirds.
Hold on.
60. Right, where's 12 o'clock?
12 o'clock. One of them points directly at the wall.
Yeah, I think we could go and
It's a clock.
touch them in order. Do we do
Yes,
to
but
touch
if,
them
if,
in order?
if we
in
treat
the
it like a
60?
clock with the top one being 0 or whatever,
Yes, yeah,
with
that's
the
what
top
I mean.
one being 60 because it's minutes,
Or-
then we know the next one is 1,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
So
then
touch them in order.
So then do 2,
20,
20.
2, 40,
So
3,
as you touch them, you go to touch 20, which is the
One of the
going
first.
clockwise, one of the longer ones. As you touch it, nothing. You feel a bit burning, but can you all give me a perception check?
Fucking disadvantage.
10.
Hold on.
15.
Bollocks. Need to get my other one. 19.
Cool. Aura, you notice that as Tusker goes to touch the number 20, very, very imperceptibly, you are the only one that notices it because you're kind of standing off watching. All of the lines move slightly, staying the same distance apart, but they move in a circle around.
Oh, so we need to.
Modify our route.
Can we try again, but reorient it?
So what does that mean? Does that mean that we need to...
But after he stops touching it, they move back to where they were.
Okay.
Oh, so it's almost
So is that
kind of
like
like
when-
a safe in a sense, like when you turn. No, that's not right.
So like
No,
you know when
wrong.
you die like an old like phone that used to like turn your finger around and then to number, then it'd turn back to the start again? Is it kind of like that?
Not quite so much like that. What all would notice is essentially it seems as though you've disturbed it, but then it just moves back to where it was.
Okay, so continue with
Let's
the
just
plan.
keep going with the normal numbers. Yeah, let's not modify what we're doing.
I think
You touch each of them in turn, and you do it, and then you do it perhaps the other way, but nothing seems to happen just by touching them.
So what I saw is that when he touched the number 20, the whole sort of
You would notice that when he does the other ones, it happens as well.
Okay.
every line,
Yes.
Oh right, okay.
so things move.
Do you explain that to us?
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out how.
You can just explain, like, abstract having
It's
explained it
moving!
to them. Yeah.
So, young chaps, when you touch the lines,
The whole system seems to move. Was it clockwise or anti-clockwise?
It seems to be whichever way you're almost pushing it, it moves that way.
We can push it.
It seems to move in the sort of direction that you're pointing it towards.
No, I think we should try and... Can we actually turn it? Can I...
There's 6 numbers. What if it's like you take 2, move it to 20, 2, move it to 40, 3, move it to 40?
Could be.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Or how many of us are there?
Or, what if it is like a safe thing? Like you said, we take 12, move it to position 2, then move it counterclockwise to position 20, then move it clockwise to position 2, counterclockwise to position 40, clockwise to position 3, anti-clockwise to position... That's too complicated.
So like a
Tuska tries that.
literally like an old school turny sequence.
Because you have to do clockwise, then anti-clockwise, and clockwise, and anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do full loops and whatever, but does that work?
Do you try it that way?
Yes.
No. But as you're doing that, the captain comes over and is like, "My good quartermaster, you do understand how a safe works, yes?
I have broken into many a safe.
I do not believe you this time.
Shit.
Try doing it. The code
I wanna
could be a
persuade
safe
him that I have.
Okay, try it.
I mean, I genuinely in my character, I think I have. What's a persuasion? Does that 4 do it?
No, you got a nat 20.
Shit.
Very well, but you seem to have forgotten some of the tricks of the trade. If it is a safe combination, it will be how many turns you need to do
How many turns?
to the number. So 2 turns 20, 2 turns 40,
Oh,
4 turns 40.
fuck. Is it clockwise and then the next one is anti-clockwise, then clockwise?
That
So
sounds
this
like a good way
So
to
this
do
is
it to me.
clockwise, right? So it's 2 turns to 20 clockwise, 2 turns to 40 anti-clockwise, 3 turns to 40 clockwise.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
I figured it out.
Maybe give it a go.
I think it's worth a try.
Go ahead, Tuska.
Okay, I do it.
Yep, as you do so,
Does anyone have a stethoscope?
when you hit it
Like
to,
old safe breakers.
you do 2 turns clockwise to 20, and all of you feel an imperceptible thunk below your feet.
Aha!
We have fucking done it, finally.
How long was that?
Probably
in
about an
game
hour.
time? Sick.
Yeah.
That's much less
Short
than I
rest.
No.
thought. Bill did, because he did.
Fuck all.
Okay, so
But yes, so you complete this, and as you turn it, finally 3 turns clockwise to 40, you all hear this time an audible ka-thunk from below your feet, and the sort of like cliff face on which the carving was begins to raise up, and as it raises up, it uncovers a doorway,
Ooh, cool.
right.
and the
Cool.
embers disappear, fall to the ground, and fizzle for a moment on the ground, and then disappear.
I mean, I guess we've come this far. We might as well go through the door.
It appears we have unlocked the code. This must be the safe for the great treasure of Captain Jack Falcon.
Oh,
Alright.
that was fucking easy.
Do not be
Glib.
so presumptuous.
little Nemo.
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 Nebo.
Apologies, my dear child. Have you ever heard of this Jack Falcon?
Nemo.
You have. Have you ever met him?
Nemo.
Is he a good man to you? Has he been on this island?
He
has. Ooh, that's interesting.
Are we ready to? Oh, I mean, I have no idea what's going to be the other side of this door, but do we?
Probably mighty booty.
Do,
Booty.
do we just try?
You say probably a mighty booty, and the captain comes over, slaps you on the arse, and is like, well, we have all the booty we need here, but there will be great treasure.
I have made a great mistake.
Is there a lock or anything on the door?
There's not, it's just kind of an archway.
Oh, it's an archway. Cool. Shall we go for it?
Magnus rushes in.